Give me more.
Hey y'all, this is Therapy with Dr. Mickey Boo. We about to get into it. We got a special guest today, y'all. Dahlia is in the building, and she finna give us the tea about what's going on with her and her life, and how is life behind her lens. Hi, Dahlia.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yes, I'm happy you here, girl.
Yes.
Finally showed up.
Yes.
You know, cute girls always got to be late. Got so much to do, right? Dahlia, where are you from?
I grew up in the Twin Cities. I'm actually Afro-Arab, so I was born in Khartoum, Sudan.
Okay.
So I'm Sudanese. My mom is 100% Nubian, so that's native Egyptian, from Wadi Halfa, the border of Sudan and Egypt. And I was born there and migrated to the States as a toddler.
You didn't get to experience where you were born. You came over here, started life, adapted to this culture, and this is where you are today. What do you do?
So currently I'm a student, and I'm also, I work in healthcare. Currently just doing some side healthcare work, nothing too crazy. Outside of that, my passion is in entertainment, so BTS things, directing, producing, writing, just all the behind the scene things. Although initially I came in wanting to be an actress and a model.
Okay.
I realized that I feel more comfortable behind the scenes.
Really? Wow. So what made you figure that out? Like, what were you doing one day and you were like, okay, the camera is not for me, but I'm gonna just fall back and do behind the scenes?
So it's actually really interesting. So since I can remember, since I was a child, I always wanted to sing, dance, model, act, anything in that realm. But around the time after I graduated high school, I ended up getting a job, an internship at the local radio station, the local black radio station in Minneapolis. Started off as a volunteer. I thought I was going to be a radio personality. The first day they got me behind the mic, I just choked up. I couldn't do the weather, couldn't report the news, and just realized, you know what, I think I'm just better at doing organizational things. So I think during that time, it was more so just like confidence, you know, lacking confidence, low self-esteem, just kind of not really knowing who I am. So I think for me, those are the things that caused me to step away from being on the front and move towards the back. But the front is really where I would like to be.
Okay.
I end up getting my boost of confidence as I was growing up and going through that. It was more so discouraging, like being discouraged by others, like telling me no over and over, going to different modeling agencies in a predominantly white place like Minnesota and being told no when I first attempted to start. So that kind of just discouraged me and made me want to give up and quit. So that's what happened. And then when I finally did get the opportunity, when I came to Atlanta, it just inevitably just found me. I was at work one day. Like, I always wanted to figure out how to get into acting and stuff, and I kind of had an idea, but never talked to anybody or knew anyone that actually was like, hey, this is, you know, this is how you do it. So I found out about background work from an employee who was saying that she was with an agency that was casting her. So I was like, well, how do you do that? And she kind of just gave me an idea. She's like, well, you gotta find background agencies, blah, blah, blah. That same night, I went home and I just went on Facebook and found a bunch of agencies that were local. And before you knew it, I was submitting. So a week later, I was on a set. Literally. So
you feel like you kind of let it go and it just found its way to you?
Yes. I don't want to say I let it go, but I want to say like I quit. Because it was still like, it's not because I quit because I wanted to. It was more I gave up.
Everything that you wanted was coming your way anyway.
Absolutely.
It just showed up when you weren't worried about it or contemplating on it. And
14 years later.
14 years later.
Yes.
So do you think like that's for you? Do you think that your purpose or something is calling you in that direction?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So in that 14-year gap, so many things happened between you know, from starting the BTS, working at the radio station, working at the newspaper, then, you know, doing advertising marketing, just kind of getting myself involved in all sorts of media except being in front of the camera. So it just did a 360, and it's a blessing, because I feel like if I would have had that opportunity when I was much younger, it probably
wouldn't have been the same.
Exactly. So I'm happy everything worked out the way it is. Would I like to, you know, be an A-list actress one day? Absolutely. Am I gonna do whatever it takes and break my neck and, you know, force it? No, absolutely not.
Right. Dahlia, do you think I can get you to draw something so I could really see where your head is?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you want me to just draw whatever I'm thinking about right now?
Yep. The sun is always a common thing that people draw. Either they want new beginnings or new beginnings are about to happen. We also know that the color is yellow. And that also means new beginnings, you know, bright, happy. Let's see. You're using a lot of yellow because the pineapple's yellow too. So we need to look up the meaning of the color yellow. Let's see what yellow means spiritually. Okay, let's see what you got going on. Yellow symbolizes intellect, creativity, happiness, and the power of persuasion. It is also associated with cowardness. So you did say that you were shy when it comes to stepping into what you want to do as far as modeling and acting, being in front of the camera. So you took a step back in the background, right? Do you want to travel?
Yep.
You want to travel more?
Yes.
What's going on?
That's the vibe. Often, I try to travel as much as I can. Like, any chance I get, it don't matter what's going on. Like, I'm going to try to figure out how I'm going to get somewhere. I want to see the whole world. I want to travel everywhere.
Okay, so basically, and let's just go ahead and pull up the sun in case I missed something. And I love your sun too. You didn't put the lines,
The rays?
you didn't put the rays solidifying that it's shining, but you know it's there. It's like a full moon. It's like a full sun. Let's see, sun. Let's look that up. Okay. And again, the word renewal keeps popping up. Hope and divinity. So throughout history, the sun symbolized, or the symbol has a powerful and universal representation of life, energy, and spirituality. Its presence in various cultures and belief systems showcase its endurance and the significance of the hope, renewal, and divinity. Okay, so again, it's a lot of new stuff going on in your picture. New. Rebirth, renewal. Do you have like a new goal that you've been thinking about?
I returned to school after 14 years in January, and I will be graduating in October with my bachelor's degree. So that resonates for sure. I just finished my semester yesterday with all A's.
Wow! Congratulations.
Thank you. You know, it's been like, I always knew school. College was never something I wanted to do. It was just something that I was told to do. But because of that rebellion, you know, just that's how my personality is. If I'm being told like that's what you gotta do, I'm doing the complete opposite. So it was just never anything that I took seriously.
So we have a new mindset we're taking accountability, and we are standing on what we're doing as far as accomplishing goals. Okay.
Absolutely.
We got travels. You already travel now, but you want to continue to travel because obviously you love, beautiful sightings. And you are a beautiful person as well.
Thank you.
I
love people. I love people.
Yeah. And it did say something about friendliness or something.
I'm very friendly.
You're good in the friend area, networking, talking to people,
That's how we
connecting with
met.
people. Correct. You're really good at that.
Yes.
Okay, so you're very open spirited.
Very transparent. Very
Right.
open,
Don't seem too judgmental.
friendly.
Okay.
Almost to the point where it's not good.
Well, everybody definition
It's not
of
good.
good and
It's
bad
fine
is
for
different.
me, but for others it seems to be, problematic. Because some people, they're not, you can tell when someone is loved and loves themselves, their energy. You can see their
Correct.
vibrations. So.
And we spoke about that last night. We were trying to figure out the difference between the soul and spirit, right? And so what we came up with was soul is like the anchor, is God, and the spirit is like a smell or an essence. So when you pick up on my spirit, it's giving you a sense of my soul. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I really like that. We discovered that last night. That was something new. It was great.
Mm-hmm. This reminds me of something that I read. So they're saying that our soul weighs 21 grams, right?
Mm.
So when we die, apparently once your soul leaves you, like that weight, you can see it from the human after death, like the weight difference.
Wow.
In the density of the body.
I believe that because when it comes to transitioning, and we even speak about it on earth, how you want to like put down your baggage, put down things that weigh you down, because this body is heavy. You know what I'm saying? So when the spirit leaves the body, it's able to elevate, it's able to go up, it's able to be lifted because it's not carrying all that turmoil that the human flesh was bearing. Your sun is different, right? Instead of it being in the corner of the sky, it's almost dropping down. Thought the sun was setting.
Yeah,
because
it is a sunset.
Okay. It says that the pine tree is often considered to be a symbol of endurance because of its ability to withstand harsh conditions. Okay, let's go with palm tree. I'm sorry I said pine. Let's go
Pineapple, palm tree.
Palm tree, spiritual meaning. And also you have your trees on like a hill. Mm-hmm. You see what is this right here?
It's like a horizon.
All right, so the palm tree, okay, is a symbol of victory, triumph, peace, and eternal life.
Everything you're saying, it's describing me, my life, where I'm everything.
I like how it said earlier, strength, endurance. Do you want to talk about a time where you went through something and it was very challenging and you somehow self-motivated, or something motivated you, or a sign of post that helped you get through it and you saw it for what it was?
Absolutely. So I'm always hesitant about sharing what I'm about to share, but I'm at a point in life where I'm able to share what I've been through if it's to help others or teach a lesson. So absolutely, I think, I'm exactly where I need to be in this exact moment. So yes, I have experienced a lot of hardship in my life. I would say the most traumatic thing that I've experienced was a near-death experience where I caught myself fighting for my life at 9:00 in the morning on a Tuesday.
Okay.
On my way to work one morning.
It's a bad way to start a morning. I'm not trying to be funny,
getting,
but
after getting stung by a bee.
You had a bad morning, bro.
Right.
I'm sorry, but you had one of them
bad.
mornings like, it's too early for this. You know what I'm saying?
I was trying to get some coffee that morning, okay? I left early.
And
to
the
get
bee
coffee.
and the bee want to play.
Period. Yes. That experience alone, I was assaulted viciously. after being stalked and maced and all of that. So, and by a woman. So it wasn't a, you know, it's not a man, it's not a stranger. It's by a woman whom I knew, whom I was associated with and, you know, had relationship with. So that really opened up my eyes. The betrayal, you know, when it happened, I was in my vehicle on my way to work. So couldn't drive after that. Literally left my car sitting on the side of the road because I could not drive. I was just the PTSD, couldn't do half the things that I was used to. Came up on foot and opened my car door and then maced me up. So I got out the car, and then once I did that, that's when weapons and, you know, the assault actually began. Stabbing.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. And so did you see the signs? Because you're saying it took you for a shock. So dealing with this person in the past, did you see any signs of this behavior? Or, you know, were you in a place where you could be able to decipher what was healthy and was not healthy as a friendship, relationship, or whatever?
I think all the signs were there. It was emotions, attachment, resentment, all of it. Jealousy, anger, insecurity, whatever it may be. Like just a lot of unhealthy vindication, just bad thoughts, like I want her dead, you know. So when someone feels that way about you, they're not thinking about, you know, their kids, they're not thinking about their job or going to jail.
Right. They're acting completely in their emotions.
I didn't know that I would be stabbed to death, damn near, you know. I didn't expect that.
And you're thinking like you're gonna die now. If you don't do something right now. Like if you don't cover your head, you're gonna die.
And what feeling was that?
Oh my goodness, how can I describe it? I like saw my life flash before my eyes, and I knew that I had to fight. So if I didn't, you know, your first thought is to beg and plead with the person, negotiate. Hey, please stop. Don't, you know, I'm begging you to stop, you know. Why are you doing this? Then when that doesn't work, your fight or flee is activated. Like, am I going to stand here and die?
When you were at that point and your life flashed, you know, in front of you, and you didn't know you was coming out of it, but at the very tail end, did you have an epiphany? Did you feel like you wanted to change your life, your ways, your mindset? Like, where did you go from there on the verge of saying, if I make it? Like, have you healed? What healing key points did you use? And or the signs and why it's important to pull yourself away?
So I have healed. Still continuing to heal. Healing is a lifestyle, in my opinion. It's not, oh, I'm healed, and it's not a get quick.
Tell me something, girl, because my healing, I'll be thinking it's over in one night.
It's a lifestyle. It's like working out every day. It's like eating healthy every day. You got to do it every day. So for me, I just really started learning about reprogramming my mindset. And I can't sit here and play victim and say, oh, this lady came out of nowhere and did this.
This picture solidifies victory, you know, and appreciating the world for what it is and wanting to enjoy it to the fullest. You want to see the sun rise. You want to see the sun set. You want to be in the most beautiful places. You know what I'm saying?
And, you know, you move on. You take accountability. It takes a lot of maturity. It takes almost like losing everything. Losing yourself. Almost losing yourself. And then like, damn. But if you never really knew yourself, you were already lost. So really, you just found yourself because you never really knew who you were to begin with.
Correct. That's so important. Just that right there, not even knowing who you are or even being lost, because there is a code or combination, a way to live, be, think. You know what I'm saying? And I know that where I am now, I didn't know what I know now. And it scares me because it's like, how far could I have gotten if I known this information back then? But to completely not know, that is just blasphemy.
One thing I want to say is, okay, so me being native Egyptian, Nubian, whatever you want to call it. I always hear people back in the day, like, you know, coming to America, I'm from Zamunda and all that stuff. So there was like a big infatuation with people being from Nubia or Africa, or even the Michael Jackson song. You know, I'm not American, but I learned all this stuff later in life.
Right.
So what I will say for me, personally, I can only speak for me, identity crisis is what I'll call it. So not knowing that I'm actually native Egyptian, that I'm Nubian, that I am from this ethnicity, this culture that's royalty, basically, that's been oppressed because of the flooding that happened in 1964 to that region, Wadi Hadfa. So, mind you, they take me at the age of 3, bring me to Minnesota, all white. It's early 90s, all white people. At this point, and my mother speaks a different language. My father speaks Arabic. She also speaks Arabic, but her native language is Nubian. So here I am, clueless. They drop me off in Minnesota. I'm in white America. Identity crisis is what I'll call it, because when you really don't know yourself, and then you're trying to conform into American culture. And I'll say this, for me, it started with my hair. Trying to straighten my hair every day to fit in, to please these white people, to fit in, to not get bullied every day, because my mom would give me 2 braids every day going to school, because my hair was so thick and she couldn't do it, you know, so that was the easiest thing for her. So yeah, like identity crisis, not knowing who I am, not knowing who, like I knew who I was, but it was a lot of confusion. Just the fact that I couldn't speak my mom's language, but I spoke Arabic. The fact that I'm a black woman, but I speak Arabic as my first language. The fact that I'm Muslim, but I don't feel that way because Arabic people are racist against black Muslims is a confusion. So until you know who you are, you really can't start fixing and healing or doing anything. You gotta know who you are, or at least who you want to be and who you want to, you know, what you want to represent and what you want to stand for. Until that happens, and sometimes what happens to people is they already come from that and they strip themselves of every identifying thing to that culture. So what I went through is not knowing who I am, conforming to somebody I'm not, then having to undo all of those learned behaviors to become somebody else. And now this person that I am is a combination of all of
everything together.
Yes.
Wow. Beautifully said. Thank you, Dahlia. We truly appreciate y'all for coming out. Stay tuned in. More to come. And her Instagram will be added on here if you have any questions or any concerns and just want to reach out. Thank y'all so much. Have a good day.